Hello, everyone. For today's prayer exercise, I wanted to go through something fairly simple with you. This is called practicing the presence of God. This was introduced to me by a book called Practicing the Presence of God. This comes from a monk named Brother Lawrence. In all manners, he was a very simple man. His jobs were mostly in the kitchen, washing dishes and fixing shoes and polishing shoes and that sort of thing. His big thing was just really that God is always present. And it doesn't matter what you're doing, as mundane or as big as it might be, you can welcome God into your presence and just practice recognizing his presence in all that you do. And this man, even though he was quite simple, had a lot of profound thoughts and things he said, just because people came up and asked him things. And what they found was just simply through his practicing the presence of God, he could live out God and speak God into the world. And so I've got some shoes with me that I'm going to just clean up. And what I'm going to do is first, let's start out by just taking a moment. Oftentimes it helps to close our eyes and take this moment to feel God's presence. You can do sort of this self-analysis of all of your feelings, where your body is, where it's comfortable, where it's not. But then find this sort of other feeling. This presence that is sort of around and with you and covering you all at once. Find that place in which there seems to be a comfort and light. And hold on to this presence. As you hold on to this presence, go in and out of thinking about God, thinking about what God's done in your life, about his characteristics, about what Jesus has done, and just keep practicing recognizing that presence as you do whatever you need to do today. Right now, it's cleaning a shoe and eventually polishing it for me, but maybe for you, it's driving. And as you get better at it, it doesn't need to take a lot of energy or your focus away from driving or whatever it might be. But it can just be this continual acknowledgement of God's presence. Just like in some way I'm recognizing your presence right now. It's just that continuous acknowledgement that God is here. God's loving presence is with us, guiding us, lifting us up, offering us wisdom and life, offering us so much more on top of that. This practicing God's presence doesn't need to be about anything in particular. You don't even need to bring questions to him or seek answers. just about recognizing. Oftentimes, just with that recognizing, God will speak when we're ready. When we need to hear. But usually what he gives is just a comfort, a peace, joy. A life and relationship with him. As we know, all relationships take time, take presence. A simple act in whatever we're doing will help us to build that relationship up with him. And so I would urge you, whatever you're doing, whether you're polishing shoes, cooking, doing the dishes, whatever it might be, to practice the presence of God, to continually acknowledge his presence and his life, that is all life, with you. God bless you all. Got to finish, but continue practicing the presence of God. Bless everyone. If you like when you finish, just take a moment to acknowledge him and invite him to continue with his presence with you as you move forward. God bless everyone. Bye.